Malware detection. Knowing exactly what is running on a computer is paramount to learning what shouldn't be. Creating a reference baseline is the best way I found to accomplish this. Let's look at 3 applications that do just that. Microsoft Process Explorer, formerly sysinternals. Process Explorer provides an excellent way to determine what processes are running on a computer. It also describes the function of each process. More important, you can use Process Explorer to create a baseline of the running processes used by the computer when it's operating correctly. If for some reason the computer starts behaving poorly, run Process Explorer again and compare the scans. Any differences will be good places to start looking for malware. Trend Micro's Hijack This. Hijack This is a Process Explorer on steroids, making the application somewhat daunting to those of us not completely familiar with operating systems. Still, running Hijack This before having malware problems creates a great reference baseline, making it easy to spot changes. If it's too late to run a baseline scan, do not fear. Several websites offer online applications that will automatically analyze the log file from Hijack This, pointing out possible conflicts. That too, I use Hijack This.de, security and network techs.com. If you would rather have trained experts help, I would recommend WindowsSecurity.com's Hijack This forum. Kaspersky's GetSystem.info. Kaspersky has an application similar to Hijack This called GetSystem.info. I like the fact that Kaspersky has an online parser. Just upload the log file and the parser will point out any disparities. GetSystem.info, like the other scanners, is a good way to keep track of what's on the computer, and if it needs be, it can help find any malware that happens to sneak in. Be careful. As I alluded to earlier, removing process suggested by the scanners is not for the faint of heart. It requires in-depth knowledge of operating systems or being able to compare before the after scans. Next, I'd like to discuss 2 vulnerability scanners. It's simple, no vulnerabilities, no malware. Anti-malware includes any program that combats malware, whether it's real-time protection or detection and removal of existing malware. Vulnerability scanners proactively detect vulnerabilities so that malware can't gain a foothold. I'd rather update applications than chase malware any day. Microsoft Baseline Security Analyzer. Microsoft Baseline Security Analyzer, or MBSA, is a vulnerability scanner that detects insecure configurations, settings, and checks all installed Microsoft products for missing security updates. I recommend using MBSA when upper management needs convincing. Making a case for needing a vulnerability scanner is sometimes easier if the product is from of the OEM. Sequoia inspection scanners. Sequoia scanners are similar to MBSA when it comes to Microsoft products, but unlike MBSA, Sequoia products also scan hundreds of third-party applications, which gives Sequoia a distinct advantage. All the Sequoia scanners, online and client-side, have an intuitive way of determining what is wrong and how to rectify it. They usually offer a link to Help Applications webpage where the update can be downloaded. Not always simple. I said it's not simple. No vulnerability, no malware. Well, it's not exactly that easy. It would be, except for those nasty things called zero-day exploits and zero-day viruses. That's where antivirus applications come into play, especially if they use heuristics, antivirus programs. Lately, antivirus software is getting a little respect. Like everyone else, I get frustrated when my antivirus program misses malcode that other scanners manage to find. Still, I would not run a computer without antivirus. It's too risky. I subscribe to the layered approach when it comes to security. Choosing the correct antivirus application is personal. Comments come fast and furious when someone asks Tech Republic members which one is the best. A majority feels that any of the free versions are fine for non-business use. I use VAST or Komodo on Windows machines. Anti-malware enforcers. The next class of anti-malware is capable of both detecting and removing malware. I'm sure you are wondering why not just use these from the start. I wish it was that simple. Scanners use signature files and heuristics to detect malware. Malware developers know all about each and can morph their code, which then nullifies signature files and confuses heuristics. That's why malware scanners aren't the cure-all answer. Maybe someday. More caution. I want to emphasize that you need to be careful when picking malware scanners. The bad guys like to disguise malware. Antivirus 2009 as a malware scanner, claiming it will solve all your problems. All four of the scanners I have chosen are recommended by experts. Microsoft's Malicious Software Removal Tool. Malicious Software Removal Tool, or MSRT, is a good general malware removal tool, simply because Microsoft should know whether the scanned code is theirs or not. Three things I like about MSRT are: the scan and removal process is automated. Windows Update keeps the signature file database current automatically. It has the advantage of being an OEM product, thus it's less intrusive and more likely to be accepted by management. Super Anti-Spyware. Super Anti-Spyware is another general purpose scanner that does a good job of detecting and removing most malware. I have used it on several occasions and found it to be more than adequate. A number of Tech Republic members have mentioned to me that Super Anti-Spyware was the only scanner they found capable of completely removing antivirus 2009 malware. Malwarebytes Anti-Malware. Malwarebytes Anti-Malware MBAM malware scanner was the most successful of the four I tested. For a detailed explanation of how MBAM works, refer to my post Malware Scanners. MBAM is best of breed.